Who are you? And why should we care? Who am I? And why should you care? These are questions that, if we don't know how to answer them, we're never going to have sustainable long-term success as a music creator, entrepreneur, business person in general. And that's something that's a problem. If you're struggling to find answers, if you're struggling to find why you should matter to an audience that you don't know about yet, this video is going to be for you. What's going on, guys? Adam Ivy, sellmusic.com, here to help you go further, faster in your music career by sharing proven marketing techniques and strategies that are going to help transform your passion for making music into a legitimate business that's going to provide you with freedom and fulfillment, two of the most important things in life in general. Now, this is something we need to talk about now. This is something you need to implement immediately. And this is one of the most important aspects to any marketing strategy, any content creation that you're ever going to make moving forward. Something that a lot of you guys keep asking me about is, what camera should I use? Oh, I'm going to be waiting. I need to understand how to write captions better. Adam, I need to wait till I get that new iPhone 11 or iPhone 12 or iPhone 13 whenever you're watching this, because I really want my stuff to look cinematic. I really want my content to look professional. I need to be able to keep up with the Drakes and the Adele and the, you get the picture. But that's actually what's holding you back. Thinking that your images need to be polished, thinking that all of your copywriting needs to be perfect and manicured and critiqued and dialed in and absolutely persuasive. That your microphone has to be at least a $1,500 microphone run into a $2,000 preamp and compressor. And Adam, I'm saving up so I can buy the newest version of Pro Tools or subscribe to it. I think that's how Avid is doing it these days. This is actually what's holding you back, and I'll tell you why. But let me give you an example to start this video off. First and foremost, have you ever watched an episode of X Factor, America's Got Talent? So You Think You Can Dance. With these shows, highlight singing, highlight a talent of sorts. But last time I checked, an hour-long program only shows you about 7 or 8 minutes of the actual talent. And what's the rest of the time filled with, aside from commercials? Story. See, you and I, if we just polish our content until it's professional and we go and spend all this money on advertising agencies to do our marketing for us, to go to a photographer, go to a videographer and just start immediately looking like a polished good, guess what? We kind of hold ourselves back long term from having any type of origin story. And story is the absolute most powerful thing when it comes to any marketing campaign, any marketing materials, any marketing strategy or anything like that. And I'll tell you why. Because it brings somebody along on your journey. That's why I maintain all of my old YouTube videos for the most part on my channel. I've been asked before, Adam, aren't you embarrassed of those? Fucking A right I am. Those are cringeworthy. I can't watch them anymore. But guess what? You guys can. So it's a resource to see, hey, Adam's come a long way. Wow. Maybe you get a little bit inspired by that. Maybe you get a little bit of entertainment by watching my old videos and saying like, man, this guy had no confidence. He didn't know how to talk from his diaphragm, right? His gear was absolute horse shit. But guess what? That shows progress. That shows momentum. That shows a timeline of sorts to where now I can go back and show, hey, I've been doing this a long time. Whether it's to inspire someone, whether it's to motivate someone, whether it's just to show that I've been in the game for a while now. The power of having an origin story is even more powerful for artists, for rappers, for producers than it is other. I mean, I don't care what my accountant's origin story is, but for you and I who want to be in the light, who want to be seen, who want to be noticed, who want to be given recognition for our creative works, it's pretty fucking cool to be able to go back and say like, wow, my stuff was garbage and I just kept putting it out in that moment of time. I thought I was something special. And you know what? To be able to go back and delete that, to be able to go back and remove that, archive that, is doing a disservice for our story. The power of an origin story is the same reason why Iron Man, Thor, most superheroes have some type of origin story when it comes to their movie series, their movie franchises, right? Same goes for almost every movie you ever watch, right? hero is established as somebody that's down on their luck. There's an obstacle. At some point, they're going to meet a guide that's going to help them get past their issue, and then ultimately they succeed using what they learned from that guide. That's like 99% of movies I've ever seen, if you really want to, break them down. Side note, the return of video indigestion, hashtag video indigestion in the comments below. Guys, you need to start with what you have until what you have pays for what you want, as I've said in countless other videos. We can't look at ourselves and say, you know what? I need to be perfect before I come to market. I need to have everything absolutely flawless before I show anybody my face. I need to have 4K, 60 frames a second, cinematic, $6,000 camera before I can show anybody my content. It's bullshit. It's stupid. Because A, gear doesn't learn how to use itself. So whether you're using a $350 Canon Rebel T whatever I, or you're using a Red Scarlett $15,000 camera or whatever, it doesn't matter. You have to learn how to use that gear. You have to learn how to video edit. Having a 4K camera, having a bunch of software on your computer doesn't actually make you good at it. Putting in the hours, putting in the effort, putting in the effort. I think I might have just said effort. I apologize if I repeated myself. This is the thing that's kind of sad to me. A lot of you guys who are maybe under the age of 24, maybe, you think that you're going to have, you're magically, sounded like Elmer Fudd there, magically going to have a music career in the course of 6 to 8 months because you saw that one guy that one time blow up. Lil Nas X blew up with one song. I could, like, sure, you might, but betting all of your eggs, or betting the farm on one single that you paid some guy $500 to shoot a music video for you when your credit card limit was $500 might not be the greatest idea. Might be a better idea to just have your mom walk around with your camera phone recording your first couple music videos just to show, hey, this is what I have to offer the world. Use what you have. That's what I'm saying. Now, if I can go look back and go see Kendrick Lamar, one of the most influential rappers of our generation currently, if I can go back and see J. Cole, if I can go back, like I mentioned, Drake, Scott Storch, Dr. Dre, Eminem, any of these guys, and go back and see documentaries on these people, go back and see articles written about these incredibly talented and incredibly successful music creators. If I can go back and see photos of them just getting started, such as Ed Sheeran, who was busking at like 8 to 10 years old. There's still videos that are in existence showing him do that. If he would have waited until he was in his 30s, his late 20s, to start showing what he had to offer the world, he would never be a household name. You can't be afraid of some grainy footage. You can't be afraid of having some bad hair days or having some cheap Walmart clothes on, because there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, this is a $20 sweatshirt from Old Navy. You got to stop thinking that you have to have this elaborate setup, this elaborate freaking production, whether we're talking music or video or photo. Stop it, guys. Build your origin story around who you are right now, authentically you, and let the progression show its way. Let those actions speak for themselves, because in 5 years of practice from today, putting things out, not only are you going to have clarity, but you're going to have voice, you're going to have your own style. You're going to have a whole lot to show for it. I want you to click this video, guys. And if you haven't yet, I invite you to join the channel family here by clicking that little subscribe button, then smashing that bell icon so you can be notified first anytime I upload a video just like this. Let me know in the comments what your origin story is, how long you've been doing it. Connect with me over on Instagram. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching.